So I had this Rustoleum Neverwet lying around in my house, and I've seen a bunch of YouTubers back in the day spray this on their sneakers, including a channel called Restore My Sneakers. If you guys don't know who they were one of the first few sneaker restorers on YouTube and actually put the craft of sneaker restoring on the map. They don't make videos anymore, but back when I was in high school, I would watch them all the time. Anyway, I vividly remember them making a demonstration video of this super hydrophobic protectant, and it was this revolutionary marvel in the sneaker game. Since then, sneaker protectants have come a long way. Protectants from companies such as Crep, Markk, Angelus, and more can be easily found in retailers or online at reasonable prices. Depending on what sneaker protectant you get, it can be very harmful to your sneakers if not properly applied. And in this case, this is what can happen. I wanted to see if over-application can be reversed, so I applied this Neverwet in the absolute worst way possible. For this demonstration, I used a pair of Nike SB Janoski mids that I had lying around in my closet. You'll notice from the dryness and unnatural white color on the suede of the upper that this is not how it's supposed to be. The residue resembles that of spray paint, and if you look at the vulcanized midsoles, it left a coating that is essentially an additional layer of rubber. Overall, these look pretty bad. To get to this point, I intentionally applied too much of each step. Again, this is worst case scenario and I don't think somebody can mess up this badly, but you never really know. And if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering if you can fix this, and I'm here to let you know that you can. Nothing is truly super hydrophobic, so to bring these back to normal, I'll be using some sneaker cleaner and a brush. I barely wore these back in the day and they're not dirty at all, but the rationale here is that the coating's deterioration process will be expedited when scrubbed. In essence, you're scrubbing off the coating with a safe solution, and in this case, I'm using Markk sneaker cleaner. You're probably wondering, but Dylan, aren't these supposed to repel water? Yes, they are, and you could tell on the camera initially that any water would just drip off of them. However, if you're directly brushing and saturating them in water, there's only so much they can repel. Think of it like a car with a fresh coat of wax. The surface will eventually dull out and lose that coating of protection, and you'll eventually have to reapply such a protectant. In the same way, that applies to these sneakers, even though they don't look anywhere near as good as a freshly waxed car right now. And this is also a good time to make mention that there is nothing wrong with sneaker protectants and to not be scared of them. I've applied Neverwet and Crep Protect to a few of my older sneakers and they held up just fine. To avoid this in the future, all you need to do is spray your sneakers with a few light dustings from a reasonable distance. I'd also suggest making sure the temperature isn't below freezing. And this is them the next day when they're all dried up. You'll notice throughout the uppers they're mostly free of residue, with little spots appearing here and there. To remove, just grab your dry brush and lightly brush it off. You'll also on the midsole that there is the same residue, but it comes off with a little more effort, so use the same brush or your finger. But that's about it. To answer the title of this video, this is what you do when you spray too much protectant on your sneakers. And just for background on these sneakers in case you're curious, I bought them at Nordstrom Rack in 2011 or 2012 when Janoskis were the shoe to have. I didn't really like the mids too much, but I couldn't pass them up at the time. I'm also not one to wear triple black sneakers nowadays, so I'm torn what to do with these. But that wraps it up for this one, guys. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. And if you support what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe and drop a like. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.